read the problem. Find the values of A, B, C. Find the values of A, B, C, so that the directional derivative of f equal to axy square plus byz plus cz square x cube at 1, 2, minus 1 has a maximum magnitude of 64 in a direction parallel to z-axis. Okay, so much of data is given. Okay, so our aim is to find out these constants a, b, c. Okay, so first of all, we'll find out the directional derivative of this function at this point in a direction parallel to z-axis. Okay, what is the direction parallel to z-axis? So when this is x, this is y, and this is z, what is the direction parallel to z-axis? Then nothing but a k bar. Do you agree? Direction parallel to x-axis is I bar, direction parallel to y-axis is j bar. Are you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, so this is a scalar function given. Find out gradient of the function. Del f is I dou f by dou x plus j dou f by dou y plus k dou f by dou z. So dou f by dou x, wherever x is there, differentiate with respect to x. So x derivative is 1 ay square plus x cube derivative is 3x square into cz square plus dou f by dou y. Y is in two terms. So 2axy plus bz and plus dou f by dou z. Z is in two terms. Dou f by dou z is by plus 2cz x cube. Okay, so this is a gradient of the function at any point x, y, z, but we want the gradient at the point 1, 2, minus 1. So when you substitute x equal to 1 and y equal to 2 and z equal to minus 1, okay, you will get an expression like this. 2 2s are y equal to 2, 2 2s are 4, 4a plus 3c into I bar plus 4a minus b into j bar plus 2b plus 2b minus 2c into k bar. Okay, now given that the directional derivative is 64, the directional derivative is 64 in a direction parallel to z-axis. Direction parallel to z-axis is nothing but k bar. So what is the directional derivative formula? Del f dot e cap. Del f dot e cap is equal to 64. In our problem, that e cap is nothing but a k bar. Okay, so what is the formula? Del f dot a bar by mod a bar. A bar by mod a bar is nothing but del f dot a bar by mod a bar is unit vector only, no? Okay, so del f dot k bar is equal to 64. Okay, so what is the del f dot k bar? Del f dot k bar is the third component of del f. You see, this is del f. Dot product with k bar means I bar dot k bar is 0, j bar dot k bar is 0, k bar dot is k bar is 1. You will get only third component. Third component is 2b minus 2 is equal to 64. When you divide with 2, you will get b minus equal to 32. Is that okay? And we know del f is parallel to k bar. Del f is parallel to k bar, but we know k bar is perpendicular to I bar as well as j bar.
J bar.
Is that okay? K bar is perpendicular to I bar and j bar. K bar is parallel to del f. Therefore, del f will be perpendicular to. Therefore, del f will be perpendicular to I bar. Del f will be perpendicular to j bar also. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And dot product of perpendicular vectors is 0. So del f dot I bar equal to 0, and del f dot j bar is also equal to 0. Do you agree? And what is del f dot I bar? Del f dot I bar is the first component of del f. What is the first component of del f?
4a plus 3c.
4a plus 3c. 4a plus 3c has to be 0 because these two are perpendicular vectors. And del f dot j bar equal to 0. Second component of del f is 4a minus b. Okay. So now you got three equations. See, b minus c equal to 32, 4a plus 3c equal to 0, 4a minus b equal to 0. You got three linear equations involving three unknowns. So that forms a system of linear equations. B minus c equal to 32, 4a plus 3c equal to 0, and 4a minus b equal to 0. Okay, you can use your scientific calculator and find out the values of a, b, c. Okay, for up to 3 equations you can use your calculator. So when you solve these 3 equations, you will observe that a equal to 6, b equal to 24, and c equal to minus 8. C equal to minus 8. Is this clear to all of you? So did we use all the data that is given in the problem? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see, it is having a maximum magnitude. We know maximum magnitude occurs in the direction of del f. Okay. So and that direction is towards in terms of towards the z axis. Okay, that means it is in terms it is parallel to k bar, and we know del f is a vector normal to the surface, right? Okay, so see the second problem. Find the constants a and b so that the surface is orthogonal to the surface 4x square y plus z cube plus 4 equal to 4 at the point 1, minus 1 and 2. So there are two surfaces given. These two surfaces are intersecting at the point 1, minus 1 and 2. Okay, orthogonally. Okay, if they are intersecting at this point orthogonally, then what are the values of a and b? Okay, so this is the point of intersection 1, minus 1 and 2. So let us say this is a first surface, and let us say this is the second surface. These two are orthogonal means what? Their normals are perpendicular.
Perpend.
Their normals are perpendicular, and we know how to find out normal vector to the surfaces. Normal vectors are nothing but gradient vectors. We know del f is always perpendicular to the surface. Okay, so consider this as f. So find out del f. Del f is 2ax. 2ax. X is also here. Minus a plus 2 into I bar plus dou f by dou y. What is dou f by dou y? Minus bz into j bar plus dou f by dou z. Dou f by dou z is minus by into k bar. So this is gradient, and find out gradient at the point 1, minus 1, 2. Substitute x equal to 1, y equal to minus 1 and z equal to 2. Then in this vector you will get an equation involving a and b. Similarly, take the next surface, find a normal vector on the second surface. So I am assuming this as g. 4x square y plus z cube, I am considering it as g. I am finding gradient of g here. So dou g by dou x. Dou g by dou x is 8xy. 8xy into I bar plus dou g by dou y. Dou g by dou y is 4x square into j bar plus dou g by dou z is 3z square into k bar. Again, I am finding this gradient at the point 1, minus 1 and 2. So when you substitute these values, you will get another vector. And it is given that these two are orthogonal. The two surfaces are orthogonal. That means that these two vectors has to be perpendicular. These two vectors are perpendicular means what? Their dot product must be 0.
0.
So find out the dot product of these two gradients, and so that is minus 8 into a minus 2, 4 into minus 2, minus 8b, 12 into b is 12b equal to 0. So when you simplify, you will get an equation like 2a minus b equal to 4. 2a minus b equal to 4. There are two unknowns here. You want to find out two unknowns. It is ideal to have two linear equations or two equations, right? So how do you get the second equation? Any idea? Readily, we have one equation available, 2a minus b equal to 4. If I want to find out one more two variables, if you have one more linear equation like this, it will be easier for us to find out. How can we find out the second equation? See the data.
Pointer.
Point,
Point lies on the surface.
right. So this 1, minus 1, 2 is a point of intersection of these two surfaces means what? This point should lie on both the surfaces. That means this point has to satisfy each of the equation. Therefore, when I substitute 1, minus 1, 2 in the first equation, I will get another relation between a and b. So that is what I did here. Since 1, minus 1, 2 lies on both surfaces, I am substituting this in the first equation. then you will get an equation involving a and b. So when you cancel out a on both sides, okay, you will get b equals to 1. So when I substitute this b equal to 1 in the first equation, b equal to 1, okay, you will observe that a equal to 5 by 2. Okay, therefore what are the unknowns? A equal to 5 by 2 and b equal to 1. Okay, so again this is a problem relating to angle between the surfaces. The earlier problem is relating to the directional derivative. In both the problems, okay, we are supposed to find out the unknown constants a and b. Shall I proceed? Okay, now see the third problem. Find the constant so that the vector is solenoidal. Where is the constant? Here, see. V bar equal x plus 3y into I bar plus y minus 2z into j bar plus x plus az into k bar. And we know a vector is solenoidal if and only if divergence is 0. Divergence is 0. What do you mean by divergence? What is a, let me call it as v1. This is v2. Let me call this as v3. So what is the formula for divergence of a vector? Dou v1 by dou x plus dou v2 by dou y plus dou v3 by dou z has to be 0. Differentiate first component with respect to x, that is 1. Differentiate second component with respect to y, again 1. Differentiate third component with respect to z, you will get a. So 1 plus 1 plus a must be 0 because the divergence should be 0 because it is given as solenoidal. Therefore a equal to minus 2. So you just use the definition or the condition that divergence is 0 for a solenoidal vector, you will get the unknown constant. Okay. Now read the fourth problem. Find the constants a, b, c so that the vector function is irrotational. Where are the constants a, b, c? A is here, b is here, c is here. You have to find out these constants so that the vector is irrotational. Okay. So what do you mean by irrotational vector? We say vector is irrotational if and only if the curl of the vector is 0 bar, right? And write down the formula for the curl. Okay, so I j k determinant dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. First component of the vector, second component of the vector, and third component of the vector. First component is x plus 2y plus az. Second component is bx minus 3y plus z. Third component is 4x plus cy plus 2z. Okay, so when I find out the determinant, okay, you will notice that I into dou by dou y of the third component is c minus dou by dou z of the second component is 1 minus j into dou by dou x of the third component is 4 minus dou by dou z of the first component is a plus k into dou by dou x of the third component is 4 dou by dou x of the second component dou by k into dou by dou x of the second component is b minus dou by dou y of the first component is 2 equal to 0 bar. And we know two vectors are we know a vector is a null vector if and only if each of the component is 0. Every component must be 0 in order to say a vector is a null vector. Therefore I equated each component to 0. Therefore you got a equal to 4, b equal to 2 and c equal to 1. Is this clear to all of you? So all these four problems, okay, are the problems involving some unknown constants. Okay, sometimes okay, this kind of problems may be asked in exams. Okay, these four problems relating to different concepts like curl, divergence, directional derivative,